A small bit of Swiss genius the width of 4 human hairs, yet powerful enough to allow you to dive deeper. The new super compressor from Christopher Ward. A small bit of Swiss genius for a price that's... what's the word?
Get your motor running, head out on the highway, looking for adventure.
Say the B team, but more the A team really in one-day cricket of recent years. Joss Buttler, fine touch, Bairstow hanging in there, 20 from 48. England need a partnership much in the same way that Australia needed one between Maxwell and Marsh. Bairstow, Buttler, 55 for 3, 15 gone.
Well, he looked in decent touch at England's one-day captain. And that one came out the middle of the bat, but he just got that little bit cramped, so he couldn't place it. And once you hit it anywhere near Glenn Maxwell in the air, chances are he's going to take the catch. That says it all.
Australia got what they wanted, 3 early wickets in the first 15 overs, an early confidence boosting wicket for the leg spinner Zampa as well. Hazlewood has already got through 7 overs and will be given another now by Aaron Finch, who stands waiting at slip. That's why Hazlewood is in fantastic rhythm. And in one-day cricket, they like to bowl him through. He's not a bowler who tends to bowl at the death for Australia. Saw that in T20 in the third of the games. Hazlewood was done virtually by the halfway stage. Just about where he bowled in a test match, really. Not much difference at all. A couple of bouncers to keep the batsman honest. Hammering away on a length. About fourth stump. Just there.
A couple of things on that. Quite significant movement Hazlewood has got from that excellent, immaculate line and length. Considering this is a white kookaburra, we don't normally see that movement certainly continue into over 16. But also when you look at that pitch map, you had Bairstow and Roy at their absolute best, say as they were in the World Cup last year. You'd think one of them might have been able to have pulled him off that length, done something different. Short arm jab from Bairstow, whack over straight mid-wicket from Roy. They haven't been in the best of touches. Hazlewood has just plugged away. Brilliant ball.
Yeah, Roy shows the cricket, hasn't he? Played those 3 games against Ireland. Didn't really do anything, and he's had a side strain since. So his summer has been a very stop and start summer. Bairstow has perhaps lacked the rhythm that longer form cricket would give him and time at the crease. Same for everybody, of course. Up against some serious bowlers here. Found their groove quickly, rhythm at Old Trafford. Full of confidence. This is a big wicket, man who is in prime form. Perhaps unlike Bairstow and Roy, right at the top of his game.
Just isn't as aside and a bit of a footnote now, were you surprised that Finch didn't unleash Stark on Morgan when he was in?
Yeah, I mean, it's worked, hasn't it, now that Zampa has picked up Morgan. He's got plenty of overs from Stark left up his sleeve. But I wondered whether, when Morgan came in, whether he might have a burst from Stark. But what he's done, of course, is just give Hazelwood a long, long ball. There you go, then.
He's getting re-shot. Butler had a little bit of a break. He missed that last T20 that England ultimately lost against Australia down in Southampton. Been in the bubble a long time with the tests and all of that sort of stuff. He's needed a break. Also his 30th birthday, Benedict's been quite right, Benedict, it was. Less than 6 people, I'm told.
They're excellent over, 57 for 3. Well, superb figures for Hazelwood, 2 for 21 from his 8 overs, just the 3 for Mitchell Stark, so plenty up his sleeve. 4 for Patrick Cummins. Goes high, he doesn't like it. Labuschagne takes an excellent catch. A really excellent catch from Marnus Labuschagne. It took him a moment to pick it up in the floodlights. He steadied himself and took a good low catch.
That was outstanding. For a moment I thought, oh, he's horribly misjudged this. When you're standing down at long off to Jos Buttler, you're imagining even if he doesn't quite get it, it's probably going to carry as near as makes no difference to the fence. It didn't. Look how he keeps his eyes on the ball. That is fabulous fielding. You could hear the Australians yipping and yarring. Quite right, that is a massive blow. 57 for 4 and the danger man Butler's gone for 1.
Get your motor running, head out on the highway, looking for adventure. Whatever comes our way, want to be wild.
Let's go, Peloton! Dave and Cardiff, you've got this.
Welcome to your 30-minute full body strength. Nice work, Peloton. I got you. Come on. Amazing work. You
Healthy ball from Zampa to Bairstow. First delivery after the wicket ball. Magnificent the way Labuschagne kept his eyes on the prize.
Two priceless blows delivered for Australia from Adam Zampa with the wicket of Morgan and then Butler. 237 more needed for England. 295 to win seems an awfully long way away. 4 down. Somehow these two are going to fashion a partnership.
Terrific opportunity for Sam Billings, who's not necessarily had masses of them in 50 over cricket. Now as we start the run towards the 2023 World Cup, we'll be looking to make his mark. Dingley, inside edge, I think. Milnes umpire, Milnes unmoved.
Well, he does attack the stumps, Adam Zampa. Seen him turn a couple of leg breaks, mainly to the left-handed Morgan, a little bit leg side-ish, but he does attack the stumps, gets the ball underneath the batsman. Finch doesn't want to take that chance. 2 reviews, remember, in this ODI.
.58 for 4, 17.
Worth having another look at this googly from Adam Zampa, an inside edge spotted by umpire Milnes. Good umpire.
Under some pressure. Tremendous appeal it was from all the Australians. Well, he's going for the jugular. Here is Aaron Finch. Just Paul Mitchell start 3 overs with the new ball, so he's still got 7 up his sleeve, and he's decided not to hang around. England 58 for 4. Billings and Bairstow in. Moeen Ali to come. Called on Mitchell start again.
It was insightful, that graphic that we put up when we came on air with Stuart earlier, Michael, how many deliveries Mitchell Stark regularly gets 90 miles an hour and above.
Yeah, keep an eye on the clock, but that's about 88 miles an hour. He's at the other end here. Naturally, the new pavilion end is the end for the left arm with the breeze. Starts coming from the old pavilion end, James Anderson end. You'd expect him to just push the ball across the right-hander here with the angle. The ball is a bit older and the breeze, and that's why Finch has got a slip in.
You wouldn't want to move Zampa from this end, given he's taken a couple of wickets in the 2 overs he's bowled. He's settled nicely. Plug him in and let him go. But as you say, I think the way it starts holding the ball is also indicative of that breeze that you mentioned. It's sort of canted towards the slip region. I wondered if Finch was just asking the bowler if he wanted an extra catcher behind the wicket. Still remaining as 1 slip. Just coming up to 20 to 7 local time here in Manchester. It feels later, looks later, dark. Surrounding the ground here. Bumble's just parked up in the back. It's lovely.
It'll be a bit fresh when you're presenting the closer at about 9:15 tonight in that wind tunnel in the stand.
Don't worry about me, Michael. You just worry about finals day on the 3rd of October at Birmingham.
It's a quick ball. Bairstow looking to give himself room and cut it away backward of point. He's really out of nick, isn't he, Bairstow? He's just hanging in for dear life. He's played and missed so often this evening, but sometimes it can just take one ball, one shot that comes out of the middle of the bat, one crisp boundary, and things can change. right off the toe end. Not sure he's located the middle yet.
It's very rare that you see in a one-day international Johnny Bairstow with a strike rate of 40. 4 not out from 59. Granted, there's been some exceptional bowling from the seamers and from Adam Zampa, but you're right, he just hasn't found his rhythm. Mind you, one shot brought him a bit of fluency in that third T20. He and England needing to find that fluency quickly. He's hanging in manfully.
Only one. 3 from the over, 61 for 4.
Ferrari are celebrating their 1,000th Grand Prix here this weekend at Mugello, a track that they own in the beautiful rolling Tuscan hills, and a place
Mentioned finals day. What was that year you did the presentation in the teeming rain?
It was 2 or 3 years ago. I think it was the year. It was
Drowned rat.
So we've never had the finals day go into the reserve day, have we?
No. Started way back in 2003. Your chances this year, though, Michael, into October.
The blast, the Vitality Blast, of course, ongoing as we go through this one-day series. Games happening right now, up and down the land. Fantastic, really, the amount of cricket that we managed to get in. It looks like we'll get the whole of the men's international season done, albeit behind closed doors. There's been the Bob Willis Trophy, the finalists of which are Somerset and Essex. Finished, of course, 1 and 2 in the championship last year. They'll have a final at Lord's. Vitality Blast Finals Day will be on October the 3rd. Outside the line. Classic David Mills. Not swayed by the huge appeal. Don't mind giving them out on the sweep on tyres, but Bairstow was well outside the line of off stump on that occasion. It was a little straighter. I feel as though the pressure is building on Bairstow. 26 from 64, strike rate of 40. As Ian Ward mentioned, 88 minutes of real hard struggle. .63 for 4.
You mentioned getting the men's international season done and some of the domestic. West Indies have ridden to the ECB's rescue again in women's cricket, because the night side are going to take on West Indies women in 5 T20 internationals that will be played in Derby. Well, that bat's not working for Johnny, so he's gone for a different one. Or certainly a different grip, as he stuck with the same bat. Maybe he has stuck with the same bat, he's just going to change his grip. just for the LBW. Fashioned appeal, really outside the line of off stump where the ball struck Bairstow's pad. So another good decision from David Mills.
Hope you were watching at lunchtime when we did an excellent feature on the England disability teams. One team of which played down at Arundel recently against the Duke of Norfolk's 11. Just a note that the England physical disability team is taking on a Lord's Taverners 11 this Sunday. Tring Park Cricket Club, 1 o'clock start. Spectators welcome. Small groups, one assumes, and socially distanced, but welcome. And to see those inspiring cricketers, Tring Park Cricket Club at 1 o'clock is the destination.
Something I noticed when Sam Billings came out to bat on the graphic that we put up as Bairstow continues just to sort that batting grip out. His 19th ODI. He seems to have been around the England squads for years.
Well, that was my point really when he came in. I said, you know, he's not had huge opportunities in 50 over cricket. As you say, he's been around the England team a long time, debuted 5 years ago, but the one-day team has been so settled, so hard to get into in that 4-year build-up to the World Cup. Opportunities limited. He wouldn't have wanted England to be 4 down in double quick time, but it has presented an opportunity for himself now, just to show what he can do. In this team, opportunities come around rarely. You've got to make the most of them.
Well, he also had that terrible shoulder injury, didn't he, that he picked up that kept him out for many months. Ollie Pope is another batsman who's had shoulder problems, gone under the knife yet again, out for 4 months. That rather stopped Sam in his tracks in his quest to be in that World Cup squad.
Maxwell give Aaron Finch plenty of options and flexibility. Pushing hard for another wicket to get Moeen Ali in, whilst the pace of Stark is available to him.
Well, the other option that Finch has is himself, of course, should he need to. Bowls those sort of Darren Lehman low army things, but they can be quite effective.
Darren Lehman low army things.
Well, that's about the best description I can come up with.
Plethora of selectors. Option selectors. Taylor, Smith, Bailey. Away, but a little high on the bat. There's a couple as Bairstow tries desperately to find some timing. 68 for 4. England under the pump, 68 for 4. 30 overs remaining. I think it's turned too much. And again, umpire Milnes is unmoved. This Finch reviews excellent googly from Zampa.
TV umpire to director, we have a player review for LBW. On-field decision is not out. It's a fair delivery. Can we move on to front on spin vision, please? Okay, it doesn't appear to be any bat involved. Can we just confirm that with Ultra Edge, please, Mark? Thank you. I'll let you know when you're on screen. You're on screen now, David.
Excellent from David Milnes. There's just a little too much turn from that googly for Zampa, and also with the overspin that you inevitably get from bowling the googly, too much bounce as well. Not sure Sam Billings read it, mind, got himself in a real tangle with his footwork. Encourage Zampa just to keep mixing it up to Billings once you get the sense that batsmen can't read you in one-day cricket.
Well, you're asking for trouble if you don't know which way the ball's spinning and you're running down the pitch, but you can understand what Sam Billings is trying to do. He's trying to put some sort of pressure on Zampa, knock him off his line and length. He's got it on a string at the minute.
He's bowling beautifully. 2 for 5 into his 4th over. And the googly again that Billings, he read, did so late off the pitch. I'm sure he's picking him out of the hand. That's another fine over from Zampa, who has figures of 2 for 6 from 4. England is 69 for 4.
So since the kids have gone back to school, I'm definitely glad that we've swapped to Aldi. Variety, price and quality.
So 39. दस नौ वाला 11 पूरा साइज है 103 व्यू रहा है दे 10 नौ वाले लागड़े किसका मिनट है 1941 जी वो 100 पेश हुए भाई यार 2 घंटे की 100 व्यू रहा है और वो श्रावण 107 1943 अला मतलब टू वीडियो का साइदा क्लास करे और पहले नंबर पे आ गए हां वो सिर्फ क्रिकेट होता है हां Orang dia supaya orang mesti jual je lah. Kita saja. Ana view lah. View minus kay jumur darang. Mesti jual je mesti beda lisu.
Glenn Maxwell, so who are you going to target? It's pretty hard to target the spinner tonight, Zampa. 2 for 6 off 4, bowling beautifully. So it's one of those things you say, well, we just got to hang in. We've just got to hang in. How do we build our innings? How do we tick it over? They've got to, I think, at this stage, really just drop and run. They've got to stay busy. Got to try and get some singles and not let dot balls just build up. But at some stage, they're going to have to target a bowler or an over just to release some scoreboard pressure. Great opportunity for Billings. What an opportunity this is for him. Been in and around the side for a long time. He's your man from Kent, backing him in tonight, Keezy.
Yeah, he's from Kent. If he gets runs, I tell you, he's good to watch, but this is a massive opportunity for him. Played well against Ireland, didn't play so well in the one T20 he played. Against Australia, won't have come up against attacks like this that often in his career either. Not in 50 over cricket, he's been around the world playing T20 domestic cricket. But this is a different game.
It's a pretty tidy start, that from Mitchell Marsh, a leg bye to finish. It's a maiden over. It's 70 for 4.
Coming in morning. Zampa's now, what, 4 overs, 2 for 6. England are struggling. You can just see it here. The wickets, the run rate is starting to creep up. How are you going if you're Zampa now? You've got Billings who can't quite pick you. Can't pick you wrong. How are you going to set him up here as a leg spinner?
Well, at the moment, it's just more of the same from Zampa. I don't think he needs to try anything else. He's just got to keep bowling the same. At the moment, he seems to be all over Billings. Billings is not sure which way it's going. Can't strike again, Billings. How can he get away? You think he's going to try and go for the sweep. I think that's how he feels he can get off strike, as a sweep shot. So Zampa will be trying to target him, get LBW, a faster one straight. Most batsmen that can't pick the leg spin will go for the sweep. That's why I think Billings will try and sweep Zampa.
Catch it!
In the air, good hand from Maxwell. I mentioned the all-rounders. They've also got live-eng who can bowl some leg spinners. Like a top spinner, that one. It was in the air for a short moment, short of Maxwell. He did well to get a hand on it. He's a gun in the field, Glenn Maxwell. There's that sweep. See Zampa, the quicker one there from him as well. Billings actually played it quite well. He got outside the line of the ball, which made it easy. He didn't get stuck and his pad wasn't in the way. That hit him in the pad, you'd feel that he would have been on his way and on his bike. It's good though, he's staying busy. Shout now. Oh, it's close. Aaron Finch, it slipped, likes it. There was a little...
4000 पूरी की भी मोनेटाइजेशन वो ऑन नहीं हुई है, मतलब वो 35-37 हो गए तो वो 21 पे गए थे तो कोई मोनेटाइजेशन का बताऊँ हो या ना कोई ये चैनल स्ट्राइक है आवाज आया वन
Tasting with any
Oh, he's got it. Yep, that's up and over the short one and punished at 6.
Yeah, quick onto it, Bairstow. Just gave him that length, just short. And at that speed, he was quick onto the back foot and he smashed that. That bottom hand from Bairstow. Sure, a boundary, but that is hit hard. Pressure release, finally. Taken a long time to come, that boundary.
Yeah, now Canning would make this the big over that they need. 6 off the first ball. That's what most of the batsmen try and do, is get a boundary off the first ball of the over. Then they can knock it around for the 1s and 2s. That gives you the big over. So when you get a 6 off the first ball, now the pressure comes back onto the bowler. Will Bairstow take more risk, or now will he just try and knock it round? went for it. How did that miss the stumps? Can you believe it? Goodness me. Oh. I was waiting for the zing bails to go zing. Oh, just turned. It's about the biggest leg break he's bowled in the 3 T20s and this one dayer.
That's what he's supposed to do, spin the ball.
Oh, Johnny Bairstow's got him again. It's flat. This is the over. 3 big slogs in a row, 2 of them for 6 and 1 just missed the stumps. Here comes Bairstow.
Watch the eyes, just watching that right onto the bat. Reckon he's going again. 12 from the over so far. Pressure finally on Zampa.
Well, we spoke about a couple of overs though, didn't we, Keezy, about I wonder if they're just going to look for one big over. What bowl are they going to target to get that big over to try and get the rate down? Get that boundary. Johnny Bairstow at the start of this over decided, right, this is the over that's going to go. He's got 6.6. I reckon he's going again. Oh, here's Johnny. Just the 2.
Man on the sweep has just come straighter and straighter. He's now at mid-wicket.
Slower and wider from Zampa, should be there. Oh, he's dropped it short. Got away with it.
That's what you would have done. Slower and wide, almost tempt him even more.
Yeah, I think most spinners, when the batsman starts going up and they end up getting faster and faster and trying to just bowl as quick as they can to get the stumps. And when you do that, it's a lot easier to get to gauge the length the ball's going to be. Where if you go slower and wider of the stumps, it's harder to control, and the batsmen need to use the pace. Burns again, couldn't quite get that sweep away, but it's a good over for England. It's 15 from it. It's 96 for 4.
I remember saying to you years ago when I was a captain, so how do you stop people playing that reverse sweep? You know, when not just the little dink one, when they actually try and play the really big reverse sweep. And you said the same thing then, actually. Bowl it as slow as you can. Almost bowl the worst ball you've got. Just a real slow delivery on leg stump. Whereas everyone, when they see batsmen going into 5th gear, generally just try and bowl it faster and faster. Then you're going into the batsman's hand.
Right, this partnership now is building. 39 from 53. Bairstow 48. Mitchell Marsh to continue. Oh, Nibaka. Done a pretty good job, Mitchell Marsh. His 3rd over. Only gone for 6, so Aaron Finch had a few options for his 5th bowler. See him roll his fingers across that. And he's decided on Marsh, he's not letting his skipper down.
Oh, this big boundary, Bairstow can just play this end, even though it's Marsh. Take the risk at the other end.
Looking for 2. It's quick, Bairstow. Got a good arm, Stoinis. Oh. Yeah, that 2 brings up 50 to Johnny Bairstow. Well played. Excellent knock. Hasn't been at his fluent best, but he's hung in there for his team. He's doing an excellent job at the top of the order. And you feel like Johnny Bairstow is at the crease. There's still a chance for England. Nice timing. That 50 was Johnny Bairstow's slowest 50 in international cricket. But it'll be one he remembers because he's had to work hard for it against some quality fast bowling from the Australians, some good wrist spin from Zampa. Tell you what, he might be calling for a hot chocolate or a cuppa because it's bloody freezing out there, Keith. Oh. Billings fancied, wanted a big piece of Mitchell Marsh.
The same thing for Billings, really. He's got to start working out where his runs are coming from. Take the pressure off Bairstow. Bairstow shouldn't be the one all the time, as you said earlier, to take the risk.
Big shout, big shout. Well, now we go through the process. Finch looks at Carey, looks at the bowler. Not much interest. Just a little bit of tail in or nip back. I think he's a bit too far down the pitch. Just see that nip back. Yeah, too high. Probably outside the line again. Good bowling for Mitchell Marsh.
The better way to go if you're going to come down, come outside that off stump with that little bit of shape. Take that LBW out of the game as much as you can.
Let's have a little look at what was happening when we say outside the line. Once again, it's outside that shaded area we saw, so it shouldn't be given out. It's good bowling though from Mitch Marsh. Good over. Good bowling that for Marsh. 3 from it, 99 for 4.
Well, Slush, 50 for Johnny Bairstow in this format, but it's a very good one. Not been easy. The bowling has been outstanding. There's been a lot of movement off the pitch. But he had to fight hard through the first 10 overs in particular after playing on so many good pitches over the last, what, 3 or 4 years. I reckon this has been a serious test of Johnny Bairstow. He gets England home from here, it'd be an extraordinary knock. So far, though, he's done it pretty well. Might see a few more shots now. 51 from 79 balls, Johnny Bairstow.
Yeah, well played, Johnny Bairstow. Pat Cummins back in the attack. He bowled some good stuff early as well. Quicks today, Stark, Hazelwood, Cummins were fantastic. They challenged the pad, the technique, outside edge. They were all over Joe Root. When he came in, didn't look like getting it off the square. Just made it really hard for every batsman, the quickies. And Pat Cummins is steaming in. Pretty well in this form of the game. He's been a good player in all forms, Johnny Bairstow. That for a record in one-day international, that's a terrific record, that. Averaging 47 with 900s. It's very, very good.
Look at the strike, 104. Compare that to tonight, 65. That might change if he keeps on going. Right, Sam Billings. Here we go. About this time now as a batsman when you start to feel the pressure. Strike rate of 34. It's maybe an opportunity.
Catch. Oh, wide, just wide, a bit off. I think that'll go all the way.
Yeah, good shot. That'll make him feel a lot better. He desperately needed that boundary. Just a little bit too forward. He just sits back on the drive. That's why it goes up in the air, but Finch is looking to attack. Trying to keep Billings on strike.
Yeah, and hopefully that'll help Billings as well. That's his first boundary in this innings. Faced 33 balls. That was his first one of the ropes. Oh, well bowled. Good comeback from Cummins.
Still doing it. Straight off the seam, off this surface. That has bounced, it's gone away with the angle in as well. Slightly like Stokes, who sort of leans up away from you as a batsman. So you feel like that angle in and then goes away.
Well played. England just these last few overs got a little bit of momentum. Bairstow took that opportunity against Zampa, got him for a couple of big Dorothys over the fence.
Dorothys?
Dorothy Dix, 6, yep. Come get with the program, BFK. In the air's it over, just got over, might have been a glove from Billings, is going to go for 4. Just over the top of Carey, yep, 4 runs off the glove. It's a good bumper from Cummins.
Yeah, great contest. It's too early on the shot, but that boundary again takes the pressure off. This has become a good over for England. 9 runs from it so far. The 50 partnership is up as well.
Just a little bit of luck there from Billings. That could have easily gone to straight up in the air. But no diagrams in the scorecard. It counts as 4. Another short one in the air. Now, is that all the way? Yeah, it's gone long. Top edge, gone for 6. And that's just gone in the windscreen of your car, Keezy.
114 for 4. There it is, my van.
Oh, there's a gap. When you watch this ball, it goes all the way over to the top edge, and you can see the gap between the buildings. That's where everyone's car's parked. And Keezy just started to panic. So it was going to his car. It bounced all the way. Look. Get the 20-cent piece just straight along Keezy's car. That's him right there. Well, Mitchell Marsh has to go and get the ball and then bowl with it as well. Give him a hand. I know there's no crowd, but one of those security guards could have threw the ball back, Keezy, surely. The bowler has to go and get his own ball.
Yeah, we saw that earlier, though, didn't we? When someone hit one into the stand and the security guard got it, took his mask off to go and hand the ball back without touching it, and then at the last minute touched the ball. So then you have to clean it.
Well, because Mitch Marsh had to run to the car park and get that ball, they decided to make a change. Glenn Maxwell, another all-round in the Australian side, got the happy knack of taking a wicket. Won't have the best record with the ball, but golden arm. We saw it in the T20s when he came on. They easily pick up a wicket, just finds a way, makes something happen. I'd say that Bairstow likes the slog sweep. We saw that against Zampa, got him for a couple of big ones over the fence. Billings will try and sweep. And Bairstow, they both can use their feet too. Around the wicket, Maxwell. Oh, that's a way. It's a shocker to start with.
I reckon Billings will fancy the reverse sweep. He'll be desperate to get down that end.
If you look at the field, there's no need to reverse. There's only one man to the right of screen that just hit there. The rest of them all on the fence. There's no point. There's always runs there. Good running from Bairstow. It's quick.
Surely this is one of these opportunities where you've got to put the part-time bowler under pressure. Maybe not Johnny Bairstow, he can just tick along. Sam Billings. This is his chance now.
Yeah, and he's in. Billings is in now. 37 balls, 25. This is his opportunity to help his team get home. Bairstow's just started to change into third gear. England are getting a bit of momentum. Still a long way to go yet in this game. I reckon we're down to a last over thriller. or in the air, it's safe. Whose dressing room you rather be in now, Keezy? You fancy England are coming back strong, or you still feel Australia in the box seat?
No, Australia are favourites now. It'd be a choke if you lose from here.
Yeah, good call. Thriller. Let's have a look at wind is. What do they say? Australia 76% chance. That can change very quickly. That's Australia's to lose, Keezy, you're right. We saw in that first game in the T20 series just there, Australia should have rocked that game in easily. But couldn't get over the hurdle. This time it's with the ball. You fancy the chances with the ball and in the field maybe more than with the bat. Good over for England, that one. 8 from it. It's 122 for 4.
2020 has been tough, so I have a plan. Let's laugh at everything for the rest of the year. Stuff like this. Let him run your school.
I say, get off my lawn.
I think he's had a lobotomy. And this.
Going for a while yet.
He's used that bouncer twice in the last over to Billings. One was glove for 4, the other top edge for 6. The short ball, so just about gets out of the way. Attempted pull that he pulled out of halfway through.
Yeah, I think he thought it shorter than it actually was. On the previous half hour, Shane Warne and Rob Key, and Johnny Bairstow was having a real struggle, so it's credit to him that he's hung in there and just started to find a bit of form in the last 20 minutes. A couple of sixes off the spinner, Zampa.
The same thing in that last T20 game. He was battling with himself, battling with his technique. Just hung in. It's a good lesson to anyone, especially a lad of his ability. He can catch up. Now he's used up 86 deliveries. The key is for him to be there at the end and win the game. Two 4s and 2 6s and 86 deliveries. Lots of dots. Make that 3 6s. That is a short arm jab over wide mid on for 6.
Well, it proves the point perfectly, really. Both that he started to find some form, and secondly that he will be able to catch up with that strike rate, which was hovering in the 30s for a long time at the start of his innings, but he's up to 72 now with the third mighty 6 over mid-wicket, this time off Cummins, not off Zampa, off Cummins.
The first time now in this innings that Australia might have to just change their plan and change their pace. Mistakes appear in the field as well. Maxwell, very rare for him to miss something like that. Yeah, just maybe time for the odd slower ball and the odd cutter. At the moment, it's just been pace on, hitting a length.
Those are it. Those are those. 0.
Into the over. 9 from it, 131 for 4. This stage, Australia were 143 for 5, so they're not that far behind England, and 1 extra wicket as well. Hazelwood rightly 8 overs, 2 for 21. Brilliant up front, so they bowled him his bulk of his overs. Have to get 1 more wicket and then maybe go to Zampa. Moeen Ali in next. So they've used 6 bowlers. It looks like they're going to use their 7th, Marcus Stoinis. Medium pacer, obviously big strong shoulders so he can get it through, but he's the sort that will vary it and bowl some cutters. Buys you a few overs at the end. You can sneak through these extra bowlers just in case someone doesn't quite get it right. Maybe Hazelwood will bowl length and disappear, so he's just trying to give himself another option. And it's someone that England could target. The run rate, required run rate's up at 7.8. Could be someone that gets Billings going.
Those are huge, man.
You're wide.
They're
just going to check the front foot as well. Remember, third umpire checks the no balls. Here's a no ball, so this will be a free hit. Yeah, well over. Starts with a no ball, now a free hit for Johnny Bairstow. Takes the option, he'll go out to the man in the deep. They'll run 1 and they should come back for 2. You'll get those runs.
Sloppy cricket all round from Australia. First the no ball from Stoinis, which offered the free hit, and the drop from Labuschagne. Not that it counted, but did allow England to scurry through for a second. And we took a brilliant catch, a similar catch early on to get rid of Josh Butler.
It's been a clumsy 15 minutes for Australia. And Finch will just want him to regroup here. Not sought to shout and wave his arms around. Concerned. Those today, he's had a bit of luck. Number of occasions he could have dragged onto his stumps, but he's battling hard, he's fighting hard. 6 times I reckon he's had this sort of delivery that's nipped back in. It's just missed the stumps or just missed the inside edge. It's close. again.
There wouldn't be that many current batsmen in English cricket averaging over 40 first-class cricket and list day cricket.
As he said that, Michael Atherton just pressed his button to Bristol. Work out from Benedict how many would be.
He'd probably come back with a list as long as his arm.
Himself a little bit of room there. Premeditated shot, and it's worked beautifully. So the no ball off the first over was very costly because the extra ball went for a boundary. It's 140 for 4.
Amazing how timing can just suddenly come back. We've all been there, where it's a bit of a struggle. You can't quite get your rhythm. Timing is all off. Suddenly you hit a boundary, a couple of boundaries. You could see that one came right out of the middle of the bat and absolutely flew to the fence. Lender catching up.
Well, they often say the effect of a partnership. You see from that graph why they say just get us one partnership, and that's exactly what's happened here from Bairstow and Billings. Billings has played second fiddle, 29 off 42.
Silence from Bristol.
He came up with one that I guessed in Joe used.
Well, he said Virat Kohli first of all.
He's not English.
No, English. He's come with another Yorkie. All Yorkies.
All Yorkies.
Bairstow, root and balance.
No run there. Just with a pickup. It might have been interesting. Bairstow was keen to get back on strike, and he was off. Though Billings did say to him, "Come on, we'll have one." If Marsh had picked that up, it would have been interesting. He didn't. So 3 dots. It through. Sweeper should tidy up. It's running away. No, he doesn't tidy up. It's 4.
Well, when that left the bat, you wouldn't have said for a moment that that was going to beat Labuschagne to the fence. He did have to come round from behind square. Billings did well because it just stayed down on him a fraction. Managed to get a good bit of that pull shot.
Well, Sam Billings went out there today. It was a big innings for him. And get many of these opportunities to win a game. It's often a little cameo, but to win a game with a big score. Inside edge saves him. 5 from the over, 145 for 4, and I think it's time for drinks.
Cadbury Dairy Milk Fingers.
And 60. Where do they go with their bowling, Michael Atherton?
Have a look at the options available to Aaron Finch. He's got plenty of them because he's used both Marsh and Maxwell and Stoinis. He's used 7 bowlers. I think the key men will be Zampa and Stark. Zampa because of his wicket-taking potential. We've seen leg spinners in the game on this Old Trafford pitch. Offers a bit of bounce and turn. Stark's got 5 left. Loosening up now is usually the man that the captain turns to when Australia need a wicket. That's why they keep plenty of overs up his sleeve and try and get through Hazlewood at the start. I think that Stark and Zampa key men.
Left-hander Umerain Ali T20s went after Zampa, albeit for a short time. Just give Zampa again a couple of get these two, one of them out, swinging away from the right-hander. the option to go up and over. Mid-off and mid-on are in. Albeit on the edge of the circle. Charge. Billings, it's gone fine. They've run really well, these two. Every time it's gone in the outfield, they've come back for two or tried to come back for two. Both fit, athletic, quick. Good judges of a run.
And the men that Morgan has in the deep generally, Billings and Bairstow, often sweep up on either side, deep cover, deep square leg, because they're quick.
Again, they'll think about two. Again, they'll come back for two. Again, it's good running. 151 for 4.
Well, just got my eye on Mitchell Stark. Said that he was going to be a key man in the last 15 overs or so of this game. Aaron Finch feels it's about that time now. This partnership is worth 94. It's been a brilliant one between Billings and Bairstow. Finch desperately needs to split it, and Stark is his man.
Impressive figures. He probably didn't bowl as well as Hazelwood and Cummins up front. He is the go-to man to break a partnership. Often goes with a full delivery, often gets the Yorker involved.
Often bowls round the wicket in his second or third spells as he comes into the latter bit of the game. Goes round the wicket, tries to get it tailing away from the right-hander.
Key part of the game. These two have gone really well, but this is the next challenge. Mitch Stark with the older ball round the wicket. Big part of the game coming up the next 4 overs. Not easy, I tell you. These Australians haven't played a lot of cricket. Played a couple of, 3 T20s. It's cold out there. Stark will be stiff as a board, I tell you. It's freezing out there. It's a great effort. The skill on show this summer from cricketers who haven't played a lot. It's been unbelievable, but he's going to have to go for his team.
Balmy late summer's evening. Our producer's going river swimming tomorrow. It's that pleasant. Wild river swimming. In the Irwell.
Up and over, but to the sweeper.
Stylish player, and he, Sam Billings, just sometimes flashes to deceive, as you said. Nas doesn't always get these opportunities in 50-over cricket, so desperate to really play an innings of distinction, really significant innings.
He's probably one of the cricketers whose career has been held back by franchise cricket. He's probably been good enough to get into various franchise squads, but not into their team, so he's ended up carrying the drinks a lot. He hasn't played enough cricket. He's been around a long while. He's no novice. This is a good comeback over from start. Got away with a full toss there, but just one single so far from 5 deliveries.
A little bit, I think, at the start. Just watching him going back to his mark. Say he's moving 3.
Good over, just a single from it, 152 for 4. Looks a struggle, doesn't it? Whether it's stiffness, I said about the cold weather, you know, bowling 4 overs is neither here nor there in 2020, but being out there for 33 overs, having bowled a 5-over spell, and then coming back, you just start to feel he's holding his groin a bit there.
Definitely holding that left groin, but it's the combination that we thought. Push came to shove for Aaron Finch. The left arm pace of Stark and the right arm wrist spin of Zampa.
The changes as well. Aaron Finch, 5th bowling change now in 8 overs. Maybe that's why he bowled Stoinis, just knowing that Stark wasn't 100%.
Well, Zampa on from the other end as well. I'm just thinking of the way that Bairstow hit Zampa to leg with the wind. There's quite a strong breeze across the ground, and Bairstow finished Zampa's last spell with 2 mighty blows to the leg side. So Zampa's come from the other end now, which means that if Bairstow wants to hit to the leg side, he's hitting to a long boundary and very much into a strong breeze.
Biggest change, though, in this power play is that there is always one man less out. There is no cow corner. A leg spinner in one-day cricket would always bowl with a deep mid-wicket. There's a man out just in front of deep square that's got to cover both sweeps. You see that man out deep square. He's got to cover the slog sweep to his left and the normal sweep to his right. Not sure he can do both, and that's exactly what Johnny Bairstow's done. He's played with that one fielder out there. The only option would be to bring offside up and have 2 men out on the leg side, but now the modern cricketer, switch hits, reverse. It's a change in the game. If you wonder why scores go up, because in this part of the game, with 1 fielder short. Now outside the line. What they're doing, get outside the line.
Zampa's the kind of spinner who could potentially make that change, because he's so quick and straight and at the stumps. He doesn't give the right-handers a lot of room. I mean, the modern batsman's got so many options with the reverse switch hit and stuff. Ball straight, so he could make that change. 100 partnership, terrific one between Bairstow and Billings.
Caught up really well. A real plod to start with. The other option for Zampa is just bowl dead straight. You miss. A lot of these LBWs he's bowled outside off, and they've been outside the line. Bowl straight and back yourself. You miss, you get the LBW. Intuitive, because obviously there's only one man out there leg side on the sweep, so the bowl straight is a gamble. Just trying to hide it outside off. Come back again after the boundary.
I think it was fairly clear in the first spell was that Billings didn't always pick Zampa out of the hand.
Finch just going back because he knows that Billings has that reverse sweep in his locker, so he's got 2 men there for the reverse. It's the hard shot finds a fielder, straight to him. Billings will be disappointed. Straight to him. 158 for 4.
Good bit of fielding, actually. This was hit very hard and there was a bit of spin on it. And it's Stoinis out in the deep, and it just, on the second bounce then, turned quite sharply.
Really good game on our hands here. The required run rate 8.56. Not a lot by modern standards. Good partnership. Excellent bowler start back into the attack. And a great shot down the ground for 4. Absolutely nailed by Billings.
Yeah, said he's a stylish player, and nothing more stylish than this from Sam Billings. Keep your eye on Stark, who is struggling, I think, with that left groin.
Sunday, another day night at Sunday, so just one day between the first two, then 2 days off, Monday, Tuesday. Final game Wednesday, another day nighter. Oh, up in the air, that 6, that's all the way. Excellent from Johnny Bairstow.
He's so strong. It's the 4th 6 now that Bairstow has hit, just short, pulling it away with the breeze to that slightly shorter side. 84 now from 103. That strike rate into the 80s, which where he was for the first 20 overs of this game, he was 26 off 65 at one stage, so he's caught up rapidly.
Have to make a decision on Mitchell Stark. He's not quite got that zip. This one just sat up and asked to be hit. Short boundary, downwind, and the skill and power of Johnny Bairstow. He wasn't going to miss out. We've had this a few times, isn't it?
Well, yeah, all the club cricketers out there are thinking, welcome to my world. We've had Mitch Marsh in the car park.